Thank you. You may be seated. To open up our prestigious event, I'd like to call upon Lieutenant Colonel Reverend PLP Gumede to give us a scripture reading and open for us in prayer.
Thank you so much, Program Director. Our scripture reading is from 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 6. 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 6, and it reads as follows. Remember this, whoever sows sparingly will also reap sparingly, and whoever sows generously will also reap generously. Ngesizulu lithi kwanyela ingcosana uyakuvuna ingcosana, ohlwayela kakhulu uyakuvuna kakhulu. My short message as we start this day, it says hard work pays. Hard work pays. Ukusebenza ngokuzikhandla kunomvuzo omuhle. The meaning of hard work, it says it's a great deal of effort or endurance. It takes hard work to be successful in life. Preparations for tomorrow is hard work today. Paul simply says in this verse, put down as many seeds as you can, and you will reap what you have put into it. Be faithful to your calling. You know, hard work beats talent. When talent doesn't work hard. Nothing ever comes to a person that is worth having except as a result of hard work. Lastly, please note these three things which may lead you to success. First one, hard work. Second one, be yourself and always do your best. And the last one, have passion for what you do, then you will be successful in life. Come, let us pray. Gracious and loving God, we come before thy throne of grace this morning. We want to thank you, Lord, for this beautiful day that you have granted unto us. As we begin with the program of today, we invite you to be in our midst, to lead us and to direct all the proceedings, because we know that without you, we cannot do anything. Bless this day, Lord. Bless everything that's going to happen. Let your name be glorified. Help us, Lord, to always remember that hard work does pay. We pray for all these things in the name of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, who taught us to sing together and say, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive them that trespass against us, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is thy kingdom, thy power, and thy glory forever and ever. Amen. Thank you, Program Director. You may be seated.
I'd like to greet our Acting Provincial Commissioner, Major General Makoba, Head of Social Crime Prevention, Major General Matonzi, Head of Family Violence, Child Protection and Sexual Offences, Major General Lekele, Umgungundlovu District Commissioner, Major General Shezi, all brigadiers in our midst, all senior officers, members, the KZN Provincial Community Police Forum Chairperson, Mr. Mchali and his executive, the KZN Provincial Youth Crime Prevention Desk Chairperson, Ms. Mbalindelu, as well as her provincial executive, all the members, all the students, I greet you, all protocol is observed.
Good morning again, everyone, as we welcome those who are coming in now. Today, we are all gathered here for some of you started yesterday. For some of us, we are joining you today. Whenever we start a program, it is always important for us to know where we are, what we're doing, and what we're going to learn today. Before we begin, though, with our opening and welcoming remarks, I would like to acknowledge the university leadership that is present. I would like to acknowledge the Pro-Vice Chancellor of Student Services, Professor Msizi Mkize. I would like to acknowledge the Registrar. I had seen her, but now I don't, but in her absence, oh, there we go. I would like to acknowledge the Registrar of the University, Dr. Kathy Cleland. For you who are UKZN students, you know how we always say education is the key to success? That's the lady that signs your key to success. So we welcome the Registrar of the University, Dr. Kathy Cleland. We'd also like to have a special welcome and acknowledgement to the Executive Director of Corporate Relations. That is the lady who is responsible for all the amazing grad ceremonies we are so well known for as UKZN, and ensuring that events like these go seamlessly. So we acknowledge and welcome Ms. Noma Zondo. I would also like to acknowledge and welcome our protector within the university, the Executive Director of Risk Management Services, Mr. Lovemore Kumalo. I would also like to acknowledge the Student Representative Council, which is represented by the Secretary General, Mr. Tsepo Tsepo Sako every time. And I would like to, most importantly, welcome the students of UKZN. UKZN is a special campus that spans truly the University of KwaZulu-Natal, spanning across 2 different municipalities in KZN, with a great footprint in eThekwini and also in Umsunduzi municipality. So I just want us to have a look at who is in the room today. Please just say hello and wave your hand, UKZN Westville campus. Wow. Let us say hello and raise your hands, UKZN Medical School campus. Okay, so as an alumni, I will excuse them. Medical school is a different place that does not allow banking and take banking very kindly, and hospital. So maybe they're on their way. No, angisho kabi. I'm sorry. So no. There is no. Oh, guys. No. Okay, let's fix my statement. At medical school, there is a breed of student that is very different to the rest of the university. If you go to Howard College, you will know what UKZN medical students look like. They tend to be hermits, and I say this because I was one of them, and they tend to not interact very well with the rest of the university. And that is what I meant by that, all right? However, I do understand that there is transport sent for them, And we thank you to all of you else who are here to participate in a very important gathering that speaks to the safety of you guys as students. Ngiyaxolisa. Ngiyanixolela. Sorry. All right, so UKZN Edgewood campus, the pedagogical practitioners. UKZN Howard College. Yes, welcome. And then UKZN, all across from the N3, a whole toll gate to get to us, but they are a part of us. UKZN PMB. Thank you and lovely to see you. All right, I'm now going to hand over the program to the Pro-Vice Chancellor of Student Services, or Professor Msizi Mkhize, who is going to open the official program for today.
Program facilitators, Constable N.T. Ngubane and Dr. Lusanda Zwane, Acting Provincial Commissioner Major General Makoba, Head of Social Crime Prevention Major General Matunzi, the leadership of SAPS at the provincial and national levels, the leadership of the Department of Higher Education and Training, Executive Management of the University of KwaZulu-Natal, the leadership of eThekwini Metropolis, members of the SAP and members of the CPFs, private security providers and business representatives, members of the SRC, UKZN staff and students, all stakeholders, ladies and gentlemen, Sanibonani, good morning. It gives me a great pleasure to welcome you to the day 2 of our campus community safety launch event. I'm grateful to see all those who were here yesterday joining us once again. I am equally pleased to see new faces standing with us in this important initiative to make our campuses safer and more secure. Yesterday, we opened the floor to frank and courageous dialogue. Students shared their experiences in a frank but constructive way. Staff and management offered perspectives on challenges that confront our campuses daily. Police colleagues and internal experts contributed expertise and highlighted avenues for collaborations. Some of these conversations we held yesterday were not easy, but they were necessary. They reminded us that campus safety is not just the responsibility of one individual or even one institution. It is a collective responsibility that binds us all together. I want to take this opportunity to assure members of the university community, particularly students, abafundi, that your voices have been heard. Your concerns, your recommendations, and your expectations are not going to be brushed aside. They will, however, form the foundation of a renewed and coordinated strategy to fight crime. I've no doubt that the concerns you raised, the recommendations you proposed, will also form part of the key priorities of the Campus Community Safety Forum that will be announced later today. The anticipated announcement of the Campus Community Safety Forum will mark a significant moment as we move from dialogue to action. This is a structure that will carry forward the spirit of collaboration we have experienced here since yesterday. As we proceed with today's program, let us keep in mind that safety is not a once-off event. Today's launch is only the beginning, iskalo, of a renewed journey. Trust, ukwethembeka, will be central to this journey. If our students do not trust that their voices matter, if our staff do not believe that their safety is prioritized, and if our partners do not see their contributions valued, then this Campus Community Safety Forum will not achieve its full potential. Building and sustaining that trust will require 1, openness, 2, honesty, and 3, mutual accountability. I wish you all constructive engagements on this second and final day of our event. Ngiyabonga, I thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Professor Mkhize. And I hope that some of the students that were here yesterday can see that the university is promising inclusivity, collaboration between the university staff, the students, and as well as the police. And we pledge that today, as he said, it's a start. And going forward, all the problems and the challenges that you presented will be solved step by step. Thank you so much, Professor Mkhize, for that. Right now, I'd like to call upon the Acting Provincial Commissioner of KwaZulu-Natal, Major General G.P. Makhoba.
I'm a bit taller than the program director, so I must sort this out. Greetings. Firstly, thank you to the program directors for the opportunity. Before I say what I'm here for, the program director did not say why she was calling me. She just called me. So I'm going to do whatever that I feel like doing. But before that, let me acknowledge the presence of the following. We have amongst us the component head of social crime prevention, Major General Matonzi. From head office, he came all the way to make sure that this day happens. Component head of FCS, General Lekele. District Commissioner from Kungundlovu, Major General Shezi. We have the brigadiers that are present amongst us. We have station commanders from eThekwini and Mkungundlovu particularly, station commanders that are policing the university, or UKZN. The chairperson of the board, CPF, our partners in crime, Babu Mchali, and the executive board members, and the chairperson of the Crime Prevention Youth Desk, Ms. Ndelu, Netimbalake. And then on the side of the university, let me acknowledge the presence of the Pro-Vice Chancellor, Professor Msizi Mkhize. We have Professor Mkhono amongst us, a University Registrar, Dr. Kathy Cleland, Executive Director, Corporate Relations, Mr. Noma Zondo, Executive Director of Risk Management Services, Ubabu Kumalo, Mr. Lovemore, the SRC leadership. Let me just say leadership before I make a mistake and call it different portfolio, which is not necessarily the correct one. We have Mr. Dlamini, Sanda Dlamini, who unseated Mr. Tsotetse, was sitting here, and then Mr. Dlamini came and kicked Mr. Tsotetse out. Most importantly, let me acknowledge and greet the UKZN students that are here, and let me say all protocol is observed. I'm coming from the police, so I don't know much about all the levels of the university. All protocol is observed. Sanbonan. Good morning. Is it morning still? Yes, good morning. Sanbon. Ninjan bantabam. Ya ingane zami bakwethu. Kodwa ayivumi lezi ezingapha. Sanibonani nani ngapha? Yeah. All right. The item that was given to me was to outline the purpose of the day, or the purpose of this gathering. And I'm very much aware that all of us are aware and we know why we are here. But anyway, they still want me to say why we are here. We are here as SAPS, together with the university, UKZN, to launch campus community safety. That is why we are here. Simple. Do you want to know more why we are here? No. Okay. But see, I wouldn't be doing justice if I just sit after saying what is already on your programs. Before I sit, I just want to remind us, all of us, that as the police, as South African Police Service, to be specific, our mandate is drawn from the Constitution of this country, Section 2053. Our constitutional obligation as the police is to prevent, amongst others, is to prevent crime, is to combat crime, is to investigate crime, and so forth. You are students, you can read for yourself. Over and above the Constitution, we have other legislation that is in place, including the Police Act. We have policies and directives that guide us as to how then to carry out the prevention of crime, the investigation of crime, and the combating of crime. As much as this responsibility is entrusted on the SAPS, SAPS cannot fight crime on their own. That is why we need collaboration with different structures. Hence, we have what we call Community Policing Forum. We have youth crime prevention, because it was realized that if we say police must prevent crime, we only have few numbers, we cannot be in every corner. So we require every stakeholder, including, in this case, the students at the universities. Hence, we are here today to say we want to collaborate with the universities, particularly today the UKZN. We want to have this partnership. We need to partner to fight crime, because we know as students or as young ones, little ones, you are exposed to different atrocities that are happening either against you or some are committed by yourselves. So in order for the police to know and to do something about it, we need to have that collaboration and we need to communicate on a continuous basis. We together, we need to minimize the possibility of this criminality thriving amongst yourselves and strengthen collaborations with our clients. In this case, you are our clients, at the same time, you are our partners. Therefore, we encourage that should there be any crime that is taking place, or you know of any criminality, including the GBV that is spoken about so much these days, we encourage that such be reported. Because if it is not reported, then it will seem like nothing is happening, everything is honky-dory. South African police deploy their minimal resources in areas where crime is being reported. But if it's not reported, then resources are deployed elsewhere. We also want to encourage you to stay away from those atrocities, stay away from drugs, and we encourage that you communicate more with SAPS. We don't want to, as SAPS, only interact with students at the universities when there are problems. When we send POP, angithi nyayazi POP, angithi nyabazi la bafika nama-rubber bullets. We don't want to interact with you only because such is happening and there's protest actions, and then we have to have that encounter that is not so pleasant. We encourage you to participate and partner with us in the fight against crime. I thank you.
Thank you so much, and can we please get another hand for the Acting Provincial Commissioner? So we now know what we're here for on this last day of the Campus Community Safety Forum. However, I would just like us to reflect on something for a second, particularly targeted to the students. I myself am also a former university student of the University of KwaZulu-Natal. And this is a title I hold very proudly, being an alumni of UKZN. And a part of the reasons are the lessons that I learned in UKZN that had absolutely nothing to do with my life science or health science qualification. One of the lessons that I learned at UKZN was that institutions of higher learning are a microcosm of society. Now, this was a very confusing term until I learned exactly what it meant. And what it was saying to us is that in our universities, we are communities. We live amongst each other, we play together, we fellowship together. We are communities, we're self-sustaining, we have malls, and from time to time, we interact with another community as well, which is South Africa at large. And what this then means is that issues that affect society and the community also play themselves out in our universities. However, at UKZN, we have a specific upper hand, understanding that the UKZN is the premier university of African scholarship. We have at our disposal knowledge, research, technological advancements to solve not only the issues that plague us in our universities, but also the issues that plague us in society. So what does this mean? This means that the recommendations and the commitment that you make to this campus forum guides the community of the university. This transformation that we have to play when we leave KZN. As much as we have, there are also certain responsibilities that we have to be active. I would like to advise you don't unit. I got when I was a student many years ago. I think we would like to get to know the police on the basis of coming together and joining together and see what I'm sure of you at a point in time be a victim. Particularly I was in university. I stayed in the many years ago. Time where all tax was it was very safe. Enjoyed the place. And when it felt like we had found a dream. But over time, our cell phones were taken, our laptops were taken, and we lacked the organize ourselves in the manner you organize yourself, utilizing research innovation, take yourselves and community at large. This and this is what we're coming out creating process gain interest as to part some of the that are, and I on career and research opportunities that are available. We get information as well. Thank you so much.
I'm not in UK. I'm not Durban University of Technology. I'm wanting to know the of the police, ladies and gentlemen. We do also have, like the general mentioned, we partner with the community, we partner with youth, like we have our youth crime prevention desk, and we're looking for young people to come in with innovative, creative, new ways of crime fighting that can partner with us and assist us, because we know that crime, sometimes the students are targeted to be involved in crime. So with you guys, the educated ones, we need you to come this side and assist us at your stations. There's a lot of stations that are surrounding this campus, PMB. So we invite you guys to join the Youth Crime Prevention Desk. I'll be your provincial coordinator in KwaZulu-Natal. So yes. Right now, I'd like to call upon for the campus safety overview from the Civilian Secretariat for the Police Service, Ms. Lindiwe Chauke. Can we give her a round of applause as she comes up?
Thank you very much. Let me first start by greeting the Acting Provincial Commissioner of KwaZulu-Natal, Major General Makhoba, the Major General Matonzi from Westville Policing in National Office, and all the SAPS management. I would also like to greet the Vice Chancellor for Student Service, Professor Mkize, and all the university management, as well as the Regional Manager, Mr. Mkunu. Thank you so much. I will also like to greet the most important people for the day, which are the students of University of KwaZulu-Natal. Before I start with my presentation, I will also like to share with you what is Civilian Secretariat for Police. I think on the program, you can see there's an emblem of Civilian Secretariat for Police as well. So for the student also to know more about the Civilian Secretariat for Police, they can go to the Civilian Secretariat for Police Act 2 of 2011. Civilian Secretariat for Police play an oversight role over the South African Police Service. So today we are here to witness South African Police Service playing their role of providing safety to the citizen of South Africa, and which is today is the student of University of KwaZulu-Natal. So we are playing the oversight role, and today we are witnessing that they are playing their role as they are supposed to do as the South African Police Service. South African universities and colleges have experienced their share of crime and the lack of safety, which seems to increase. Well, the Constitution of South Africa is saying to us, all South African citizens have a right to be safe in the country. Crime statistics show that murder rate and crime in the country is increasing. Students also have little faith over the police, showing the uncomfortable to go to the police station to report cases, as they feel like the South African Police Service is not treating them as they feel like it's the right way. Citizens have also lost trust in the criminal justice, and this indicates that the level of distrust in citizen and student towards the law enforcement. So gender-based violence, safety and security program in institution of higher learning in South Africa remain a challenge. Some universities and colleges have a GBV-focused policies in place. Others have put in place policies to address sexual offenses, where others are only relying on the General Code of Conduct to guide them handling GBVF. Some of these cases are referred to the South African Police Service, Student Support Services, and NGO or social workers. Insufficient policies and laws to address the problem in institution of higher learning beyond the reliance on the South African Police Service. The institution of higher learning gender-based violence system and operation plans must be renewed and align with its current status of the pandemic. Institutions need to coordinate the Sexual Offense Priority Committee, participating with the partnership with the South African Police Service, the National Prosecuting Authorities, Campus Safety, Community Policing Forum, to attend to the numbers of gender-based violence incidents in the campus. Strengthening the coordination and joint monitoring and evaluation of sexual offenses case investigation and prosecution of student-related cases. Implementation of student-focused campus GBVF protective laws, protection system and policies in the institution of higher learning focus. Establishing the victim-friendly rooms for students to feel comfortable to share and give statement where they are not being vulnerable or being threatened when they are providing such information. We'll also advise that in cases of gender-based violence, we advise the university management not only relying on sending students to protection service, rather involve SAPS as soon as those incidents are reported in the campuses. Addressing campus safety immediate consequences, as well as reducing the likelihood of long-term negative effects relating to victimization, as well as survivors' vulnerabilities for the future incident of violence. Collaborating with the campus safety stakeholders, South African Police Service, and any other related stakeholders that are willing to assist in fighting crime in the universities will assist us to win this crime in the universities. Today we are here to launch the University of KwaZulu-Natal Campus Safety Team. The team will be inclusive of the protection service, student formation, university management, community police forum, local police station, and any stakeholder interested in the safety of the student and protection of the infrastructure. It is expected of this team to ensure that safety of the student on and off the campus. Student outside need to also have the contact numbers of the campus liaison officer and the sector manager, which is the commander for any emergency situation. Civilian Secretariat for Police will also visit the university for the anti-crime campaign, where they will assist with the personal alarm for the student and also alarm that will be installed in the corridors of the residence. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ms. Lindy Wechauke. There are so many stakeholders, institutions, and structures that are involved and invested in the safety and the well-being of the students. Thank you so much, students, for your presence today. I see even the top is filling up. Can you please give yourselves a round of applause for attending? I'd like to introduce, for our messages of support, the Provincial Community Police Forum Board Chairperson, Mr. Mtshali. Can we give him a round of applause as he ascends the stage?
Ngiyabonga program directors, sengidlule ngathi mangihamba ku red carpet ngashaya salute nami ku general wami uMakhoba. Ki bingelele General Matonzi and all generals that are present here. Njengithi wonke nje uSAPS okhona abangama colleagues wethu as iCPF. Ki gibingelele abaphathi bale sisikhungo ngifisa nakhona ukubingelela ngiyazi ukuthi maningi ama stakeholders akhona la iCPF ngibonge unobhala weCPF usesithe wasijoyina okade kwamanye ama programs uphiko lwabantu abasha olukhona phakathi kwethu i-Crime Prevention Youth Desk unosihlalo wayo laphana udadewethu ndodakazi uNdelu but ngifisa ukuthi ngibingeleleke ne-Judean zala ekhaya zonke ekhona bese ngithi ngangifuna ukuthi ngiyimose lento le kodwa ngivese nje ngiobserve i-protocol ngoba ngiyazi ukuthi maningi ama stakeholders akhona la ngahla amanye ngiwashiye kodwa nje bonke nonke ngiyanibingelela ngifuna ukusho ukuthi one umuntu uthi akabonge kakhulu nje ukuthi nisimeme sibe khona la njengoba si stakeholder is very important the CPF Community Police Forum and I use ukuthi ngisho lento ukuthi we represent the community, that is why you are a community police forum. Established under Section 68 of 1995, and it's ukuthi sisebenze namaphoyisa, sisebenze ngokubambisana no SAPS and all other structures crime fighting structures angaphansi kwethu kahle kahle. So ngijabula kabi mangabe sila because I believe we got some police stations around this area, and each and every police station we got CPF structure, we got a youth crime prevention desk kuzo zonke ideshe 184 zalapha KwaZulu-Natal. So when I was sitting here listening to the student here bebeka ama comments wabo and kijabuliswe ukuthi we silapha ne youth desk, and I do believe ukuthi le youth desk ekhona la izosebenza hand in glove nale structure sobe sikhethwa lapha namhlanje lesi sobe silonjwa ngaleyo ndlela leyo iyakutshela leyo nto leyo ukuthi hence sinazo ama structures even ka education ezikoleni lesithi QLTC. Then kuyakutshela lokho ukuthi uma nalapha sekulonjwa lolu hlobo into ethinta ubugebengu nasezingeni lasemavasithi sizokwazi ukuthi ibambeke. Kodwa futhi okuzolekelela kakhulu nala iyakutshela ukuthi i-structure lesesila kufanele sibe khona sibe nawo ama programs, sibe nalo i-desk okulona lona zobe lisho ukuthi lisebenza ne-youth desk, i-youth crime prevention desk le ekhona ku-CPF. Once kwaba nalelo desk elikhona lapha ngaphakathi esobe sisho ukuthi lilona elikwazi ukuthi onke ama-challenges nama-problems ayenzakala yathinta ubugebengu ngaphakathi la bayakwazi ukuthi basheshe baxhumane nayo, baxhumane no-SAPS. Lokho kuzobe kukwazi ukulekelela kakhulu. As I was sitting here yesterday, one of the presenters ngizwile la ukuthi abagcini ngokukhuluma nje izinto ezenzeka ngaphakathi kwi-campus nezinto ezenzeka ngaphandle kwi-community. Uzowamenshina uthe ilawu lamadoda. Thina ngale ngaphandle sithi isibaya samadoda. Yilapha abantu besilisa behlala khona bakhulume izinto ezibahluphayo ezibagcina sebenza ukuthi bangene ebugebengweni noma bagcine sebegcina abanye beyibulala because banama problems ukuthi indoda ayikhali. Cha, indoda iyakhala, ikhalela ngaphakathi. Therefore lesi sibaya samadoda senza ukuthi abesilisa amabebodwa bakwazi ukukhuluma into zabo ukuthi zithini, yiziphi izinto egcina zibenza ukuthi ngempela benza izinto eziphambene nomthetho. And leso sibaya samadoda sikhulisa nabafana abasebancane ukuthi ikuphi okulindeleke kubona uma ngabe bekhula beba ngamadoda, so that bangangene ezintweni zokuthi sebe emajele instead of baqhubeke baye ezikhungweni zemfundo ephakeme. So ilezo zinto lezo ziyalekelela, ziyasiza zonke lezo zinto lezo. So kahle kahle ke nje lilonke ngifuna ukuthi isimemile lapha namhlanje siyafisa ukubona kungagcini ngokukhulunywa kuphela sithi safika kulesi sikhungo kwakhulunywa kuphela into enhle njengalenzeka namhlanje bese igcina inga-implement. So sizobona ukuthi ngokuqhubeka kwesikhathi i-youth desk yethu iyona esiyishiya la ekhaya izobe i-hands on ukusebenza nalesi structure esithi siyasenza lapha namhlanje. So ngalawo magama angifuni ukumosa isikhathi, siyabonga kakhulu.
Siyabonga kakhulu kubaba Umtshali. May we please give him another round of applause. For the students who are in UKZN and at Howard College and Medical School, you are very privileged in the fact that the provincial CPF secretary is from your area, the Mbilo Glenwood area. So this just goes to show that if you actually learn about the structures that exist in our communities, there's more that you can do to plug into the communities that you live in. I would like to then welcome the campus secretary of Howard College, Mr. Sisanda Dlamini. Ngicela simshayele izandla.
The Honorable Acting Provincial Commissioner, members of the South African Police Services, members of the risk management services in the institution, university leadership, valued stakeholders present here today, most importantly, the students of the University of KwaZulu-Natal. My name is Sisanda Dlamini, the current serving HCRC secretary, and a candidate to represent over 46 students of the UKZN under the Office of the President. I stand before you to reaffirm the official role of the Campus Community Safety Forum in our collective quest for a secure and conducive educational environment. Our stance as the SRC throughout this year has been clear. And unwavering student safety is foundational to academic success and personal development. We have actively engaged with the risk management services and other key stakeholders throughout the year, advocating tirelessly for initiatives that foster safer spaces on our campuses. In PMB, these efforts were seen with the hosting of a safety awareness program in collaboration with RMS and SAPS. In Howard, we had submitted a proposal to RMS to host various safety classes and defense classes. In the beginning of the year, the SRC hosted various programs that spoke on safety, including gender-based violence. This has been our collective effort to ensure a safer campus and our surrounding areas. Our collective efforts have also seen a decrease in the number of suicide cases in our campuses, especially in the DHET campus. This is also as the result of our close relations with departments such as Student Services Division, where we advocated for counseling to be physical. We also hosted a men's health awareness program, as ubaba kade khona la stage ukwasho ukuthi ilawu lamadoda or thina sakubiza ngesibaya samadoda e-medical school. Because we must understand that the issue of safety is not only external, but also internal. We are therefore greatly aligned with the Safety Campus Initiative. This is an essential platform where students can learn, innovate, and thrive without fear. While we must note the progress that has been made, we acknowledge the persistent challenges students face, including safety concerns that impact their ability to fully engage in their studies and campus life. Addressing these challenges requires ongoing collaboration between students, the police services, university leadership, and all stakeholders represented here today. We must continue to strengthen these partnerships, ensuring that dialogue translates into tangible actions that safeguard our community. Looking ahead, the SRC is committed to sustaining and expanding the solutions we have set in motion. The forum plays an indispensable role in that regard by providing a national stage for meaningful engagement, oversight, and accountability. It enables us to collectively monitor progress, share best practices, and refine strategies that respond effectively to challenges that students face. We urge this forum to uphold these commitments and to ensure that mechanisms for student participation and feedback remain at the forefront. Our collective responsibility is to uphold the dignity and safety of every student, and forums such as this are pivotal to realizing that goal. We must remember that safety is not just a matter of personnel or policy. It is the foundation on which personal growth is built on. One of the great philosophers, Thomas Hobbes, teaches us that in the state of nature, human life is solitary, poor, British, and short, due to the absence of political authority, leading to a condition of constant conflict and fear. To escape this chaos, people rationally agree to a social contract in which they collectively surrender their natural right of freedom and equality to an absolute sovereign, a ruler or government, in exchange for protection and peace. This sovereign power has absolute authority to make and enforce laws that secure the safety and survival of the people. Therefore, I find personal joy in seeing the trust that our communities are showing the police force nowadays, especially the work that has been done by the Provincial Commissioner, General Ntlanhla Mkhwanazi, and also the Acting Provincial Commissioner alongside here today. Because our people have willingly entrusted those with power to serve their best interest. And if they can't, the policing arm of the state is the first and the last shield of protection. Therefore, your acts of bravery in protecting the core institutions of this country do not go unnoticed. Lastly, on behalf of the current serving president of the SRC and the Secretary General and the entire SRC, we'd like to appreciate Mr. Khumalo, the Director of RMS, who has been constantly allowing space to engage whenever we're reaching out. His open door policy doesn't require any appointment, which some people use to discontinue stakeholder engagement. The student body appreciates his efforts in ensuring that RMS remains connected with the students. Our term of office has shown many people that with mutual respect, constant engagement, and constructive criticism, solutions are inevitable to transcend problems. Once again, we thank his support and great prosperity and wish him great prosperity with his executive office. In closing, let us continue to embrace the opportunity fully and not merely as representation and as stakeholders, but as collaborators united in the pursuit of a safe, respectful, and empowering educational environment. I thank you.
May we give Mr. Sisanda Dlamini another round of applause. Very eloquent, very well spoken. Well done, sir. And as the external stakeholders, and on behalf of the RMS and the university management and the SAPS, we just want to commend you for implementing and ensuring involvement of the other students in all these campaigns and projects that you do have in the campus. Thank you for serving your peers so selflessly. Another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, I'd like to call upon the provincial chairperson for the Youth Crime Prevention Desk, Ms. Mbali Ndelu from Ugu District. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Angibingelele sanibona ngithanda ukuthoba nje ngibingelele uGeneral Makhoba umphathi wami amaphoyisa wonke ahamba nawo abaphathi beuniversity ama student osingabo namhlanje igama lami uMbalenhle waKandilu ophuma oGwini district mina ngosihlalo wabantu abasha kwithimba okwistructure ekuthiwa Youth Crime Prevention Desk kwi-province yaKwaZulu-Natal, which we have 184 stations. That means it's nama structures awu 184. Ngithi ngithathe leli thuba nje sibonge ngokwenziwe i-university. Siyakujabulela ukuthi abantu abasha sebethathile isinqumo sokuthi sebekhathele ukuba izisulu zobugebengu, so sebefuna izindlela ezi-right zokuthi balwe kangcono nobugebengu. Okubuhlungu kakhulu ke ukuthi asakwazi thina ezikoleni ukuprotectana sisodwa, sesijika siba ama-victim, kube khona nama-perpetrators within ama-institutions. But ke kuyangijabulisa ukuthi senithe come forward nasho nathi sikhathele ubugebengu. Si-structure ke se-youth desk, singathanda nje ukuthi sinitshele ukuthi sizosebenzisana kakhulu nani, sibambisane, and nazi ukuthi umsebenzi enizowuqala awukho lula, ngifuna ukudlala ngani. Kunzima ukuthi uthathe istand sokuthi uzolwa nobugebengu, because ngathini ulimaza ithuba lalaba abathi bona bafuna ukulimaza abanye abantu. So kuzoba nama challenges, but bafethu kuyahlaleka, and ngathini impumelelo nizoyibona. So sizobambisana nje kakhulu ama programs ngiyacela ukuthi ningayeke ukwenza ngaphakathi ezikoleni, iwona engicabanga ukuthi azovula kangcono imiqondo yalaba abasebethe bayangena ebugebengwini. Ngibonge kakhulu, kodwa ke ngaphambi kokuthi ngihlike ngizocela ukuthi, because nihlezi nizwa kuthiwa kunale structure se-youth desk but anibazi ebusweni, ngizocela ukuthi ngisukumisa abafowethu esisebenzisana nabo ukuthi sile ubugebengu kuyona le province yaKwaZulu-Natal, just ukuthi nibabone nje ukuthi bawobani, sisazoqhubeka futhi sisebenze nabo. Ngicela basukume. Ibona ke abafowethu laba esisebenza nabo basuka kuma district ahlukene. Mphathi wohlelo, ngiyabonga.
Siyabonga Ndelu Shinga. Thank you so much. We are now going to move on with our program. However, I do feel it's important that I keep you in the loop as students of UKZN. You have something to be exceptionally proud of. And I'm also communicating this to the stakeholders that are present here today. UKZN has always been at the forefront of ensuring campus safety. It was in 2019, between 2018 and 2019, where UKZN actually introduced a policy on gender-based violence. And this was to guard intimate partner violence that happens in your residences and in the spaces that you live in. Which means for the past couple of years, this has been at our disposal, and perhaps a part of the things that this Campus Community Safety Forum needs to be able to do is review the existing policies that UKZN has so boldly driven forward with and putting in place for our safety as students of UKZN. I know by the time I had left UKZN, plans were well on the way for a panic button for students, and that was speaking to the use of technology, that was speaking to the use of research, and that was speaking to the use of social media and our phones to keep each other safe. So this is not a new conversation to UKZN, and I'm hoping as the current students of UKZN, it will be a dialogue that you will take from that level and elevate much higher. As university students, society holds you in very high regard. When you go back to your homes and to your societies and you speak, people listen, not only because you come from the premier University of African Scholarship, but because there's an understanding that university stretches your minds. So it's very important that not just here in our campuses, but equally when we go back home, the lessons that we learn and the plans that we implement, we also do so working with our community policing forums in our homes and working with the SAPS that is closest to us. So we are now going to move on to ingqikithi of the program today. I am going to welcome the Executive Director of Risk Management Services, Ubaba Ukumalo, to come forth. May we please give him a much bigger round of applause.
Thank you. Good day, all attendees. The leadership of SAPS, leadership and management of UKZN, the regional manager, Ubaba Maqengwane, the student leadership, and all students, our partners in crime fighting, committee members, and all stakeholders. I am pleased to announce, I'm pleased to introduce the members of the University of KwaZulu-Natal's Campus Community Safety Forum. This forum is a collective that is being established to strengthen our efforts in creating a safe, secure, and supportive environment across all 5 campuses. The structure brings together individuals whose expertise, leadership, and dedication to service will help shape the direction of our campus safety initiatives. Each member of the forum represents an important stakeholder and brings much needed experience and insight into this role. This structure will meet regularly to assess risks, prevent incidents, and respond to crime across all campuses. Its work will be vital in strengthening collaboration between the university and the South African Police Service. Some of the key priorities for this structure will be to develop and coordinate crime prevention strategies in areas with a high concentration of students, particularly where there are large numbers of residencies. Curb drug and alcohol abuse and related activities around our campuses, recognizing their impact on student well-being and safety. Ensure comprehensive support and care to victims of crime, with particular focus on survivors of gender-based violence in cooperation with university support staff and other specialized units. Address enablers of crime, such as the issue of illegal access to campuses by neighboring communities. Promote stronger collaboration between students, staff, RMS, local law enforcement agencies, private security providers under E2 formations, urban improvement precincts, and community policing forums. This will ensure that responses to safety concerns are both proactive and coordinated. Raise awareness by engaging students and staff in campaigns, workshops, and training. Leverage technology and innovation to support safety efforts, from improved surveillance to accessible reporting mechanisms that encourage swift responses. Ensure continuous risk assessments to identify vulnerabilities, anticipate emerging threats, and implement proactive measures that enhance overall campus safety. We want to ensure that there is WhatsApp E2 communication to all our campuses. If I can give you an example of this. The WhatsApp communication, Peter Marisbeck will know. I don't know if the students from PMB campus are aware of this. We have a WhatsApp group that is controlled by SAPS, by the South African Police Service. If the student is in distress, he just sends a WhatsApp message and all the security companies around the area respond. I don't know if you're aware of this. Neyazi le ndaba yale WhatsApp, PMB. Thank you. So when I rolled that out to eThekwini Metro campuses under eThekwini Metro, the problem is that a student in eThekwini Metro, let me give you an example. If you're in Pinetown and you live in Ambilio, then you can easily find yourself in 3 or 4 different police stations. So it's still a problem as to which group the students must fall under in the eThekwini region, but we are working on that. Ladies and gentlemen, I will now share the names of those who have been appointed to this structure. Please note that some of the individuals I will mention were unable to attend to today's event. I would also like to highlight that as the work of this forum progresses, additional members may be incorporated where necessary. For example, from Osis Sisana's speech yesterday, we have recognized the great need and urgency to extend our efforts to areas where students' residents are located. We have noted that our students in private accommodation are under siege. While district offices are not formally part of this structure, Omama General Ukeswa and Obaba Udlaba General Ushes, they've been generous in opening their doors to allow direct engagement with us. In addition, the Office of the Metropolitan Police Commissioner has also been supportive. Ladies and gentlemen, the members of this forum are as follows. Starting with RMS team, I'll start with RMS security managers, and ngizocela ukuthi nize ngaphambili. Security and Traffic Manager for Westville, Mr. Sabelo Mapanga. Security and Traffic Manager for Edgewood, Mr. Tami Mbata. Security and Traffic Manager for both Howard College and the Medical School, Mr. Richard Ngosi. And Security and Traffic Manager for PMB, Mr. Trevor Abrams. Our Investigations Department General, that's Investigations Officer for Westville and Edgewood, Mr. Jabulani Dube. Investigations Officer for Howard and Medical School, Mr. Tula Sibisi. Investigations Officer for PMB, Mr. Dalani Kobong. Our GPV investigators, these are our golden girls. For Howard College, Medical School, and PMP, Mrs. Zintengobo. For Westville and Edgewood, Ms. Delisile Saunders. These are our GPV investigators. Then you have Safety, Health and Environment team. The head of safety, Ubaba Utulanim Dadane. She manager at College, Medical School, and Westville, Mr. Kaiser Mhlope. She manager Edgewood and PMP, Ms. Dolim Kize. And our Occupational Health and Safety Manager, Ms. Jabu Hlope. Then the student leadership, the President General and the Secretary General. ningabatsheli bangicelile ukuthi ngingasho. Bebengicela eceleni ukuthi bacela ukuqhubeka ngathi mina cha kuzongena laba bazongena abasha. Then we have station reps. It could be station commissioners or station reps. For Westville Police Station, Station Commissioner Colin Sitlangu, or the station rep. Ambilo Station Commissioner Kenel Klimba, or the station rep. Pinetown Acting Station Commissioner Kenel Pillay, or the station rep. And Alexander Road Station Commissioner Kenel Novandla, or the station rep. General Makoba, I don't know if the police will need permission from you to come forward. Yes, okay. I was made aware that Metropolis have sent their apologies, but it's important to mention them that they're also supporting the part of this. Westville Metropolis Senior Superintendent Morgan, and Pinetown Metropolis Senior Superintendent Dlamini. Community Police Forum, CPF Westville, CPF Chairperson for Mbilo and Glenwood, Mr. Calvin Thomas, CPF Chairperson Pinetown, and CPF Chairperson Alexander Road, Mr. Ngolusi. Urban Improvement Precinct Chairperson, Mr. Sean Kruger, has sent his apologies. That concludes the list of the safety forum. I thank you.
Yes. Asibashayeleni izandla futhi. So, we all got the opportunity to get to know such a comprehensive team that has really been well thought out to cover our health and safety, not only from a physical perspective, but also from a mental perspective. It's very important to know, and it's very good to know, and I think we must appreciate student services for always ensuring that as students we are always protected holistically. As a healthcare worker, I was really happy to see another healthcare worker that forms a part of that campus safety forum. We are now going to move on to another important part of the day, which is the signing of the pledge. A pledge is a commitment that is made collectively, and today it will also be a pledge that you are making with your presence here. We are going to be calling up several stakeholders who will sign this pledge. And all these stakeholders include the people that we have seen today. But most importantly, these stakeholders include you, the students of UKZN, who, yes, are victims, but this time are deciding to take an active hand to fight against crime in our communities.
Do you want to start with your ones? Okay, cool. So for the unveiling and the signing of the pledge, I'd like to call upon the Acting Provincial Commissioner, Major General Makoba. I don't know where she's gone. Okay. I'd like to call General Makoba, and I'd like to also invite the Head of Social Crime Prevention, Major General Matonzi, up on the stage, and the Regional Manager of Department of Higher Education, Mr. Mkunu. They will be on that side, and we'll be unveiling and signing that side, and Dr. Nomaboko the rest.
On behalf of the University of KwaZulu-Natal, we have the pledge on this side of the stage. May I please call forward the Pro-Vice Chancellor of Student Services, Professor Msizi Mkhize. May I please call forward the University Registrar, Dr. Kathy Cleland, and may I please call forward the Executive Director for Corporate Relations, Ms. Noma Zondo. This is a very auspicious moment. It's a very big deal. So we are going to count down the official launch of the Campus Community Safety Forum as we get ready to unveil. I'll ask that those on the stage, we just grab from the back and let it drop forward.
Simultaneously, or we're going to wait for the side to finish and then that's it for pictures.
Okay. So we are going to start on that side. We're going to start with the police as well as the Department of Higher Education and Training in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and on behalf of the University of KwaZulu-Natal and on behalf of yourselves, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, they just want to take a picture. Ngicela siyise laphaya khona phakathi nendawo mlona. Phakathi nendawo bazoshutha phakathi bafuna ukuzobasho. Thanks. All right, so they will sign and go, and then now we're doing the rest of the people.
Okay, cool. Please don't descend really quickly. We're going to go sign. I'm just going to ask the generals to sign first. I'd like to invite Major General Matonsi, General Makoba, Mr. Mchunu to come forward and sign the pledge for us. It's a picture perfect moment.
There are so many spaces. I am going to call forward, please, from the University of KwaZulu-Natal, signatories through Ms. Norma, Dr. Kathy Cleland, and Prof. Mrs. Mkize. May, on behalf of the students of UKZN, may I invite Executive Member of the SRC, Usisanda Dlamini, to sign on behalf of you your pledge.
I'm just going to go count, check on the spaces, and then I say I want to invite General Shezi. Yes, General, and then 1 and 2. Because of called.
Ocean, do you want me to go check with?
But there's plenty spaces, right? I mean, there's quite a few. Yeah.
So it's 50.
And there's like,
Yeah, so we've had 1, 2, 3,
Ms. Norma, has she signed?
Norma signs.
Please give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, noted. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to invite the District Commissioner from Umgungundlovu District, Major General Shezi, to come up and sign the pledge for us. I'd like to also invite the component head for FCS, Major General Lekele, to also come up and sign the pledge for us. I'd also like to invite the KwaZulu-Natal Community Police Forum Chairperson, Mr. Mchali. And I'd also invite the KwaZulu-Natal Youth Crime Prevention Desk Chairperson, Mbali Ndelu, to ascend the stage and also sign the pledge. A round of applause, ladies and gents.
With them, from the university side, I would like to invite the Executive Director for Risk Management Services, Ubaba Ulavmo Kumalo.
And I was thinking, yeah, whatever, Money Abrams. Wait, there was this other lady from, I don't see her anymore. Okay, no, that one is signed.
The one who's wearing the red.
Zuma Ukumbal. Ukumbal. Where's Zuma? Ukumbal. Hasn't he signed? It's a sign name. I think it was a finished Trump.
Are we done?
No.
May we please invite all the signatories to the pledge to take a picture on the stage together with the pledge. Inviting all signatories of the pledge to gather around the pledge, and we will take a picture.
Before the final picture, can I invite the security managers? There are 4 of them. The security managers of the UKZN, may they also ascend the stage to sign. Security managers, 4 of them. Thank you. This is the bank card we picked up somewhere in the quad or something. We should also be in this picture. Hello? weekend, am I right? No. Oh, votes of thanks. What's, oh. Thank you. Can we give another round of applause for the signing of the pledge and the launching of the community campus safety structure? For the main address, I'd like to call upon the regional manager for the Department of Higher Education and Training, Mr. Mchunu. A round of applause, please.
Thank you very much. Program Director, senior officials from the South African Police Services, members of Executive Committee and senior managers of UKZN, President of SRC, SRC members and students, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. The safety of our students, lecturers, and communities is not just a policy concern. It is a moral responsibility. It is a promise we must keep if higher education is to remain the engine of transformation, hope, and opportunity for our nation. South Africa's universities and colleges are spaces of dreams where young people chart their future, where knowledge is created, and where innovation takes root. But too often, these dreams are threatened by fear of crime, by gender-based violence, and by the anxiety of walking to class or returning home after evening studies. Statistics paints a harsh truth. Our institutions are not immune to the violence that scars our society. Assaults, robberies, sexual offenses, even the loss of life have occurred on campuses and the path students travel every day. That is why the Student of Higher Education and Training, in collaboration with our partners, including SAPS, University of South Africa, which is USF, and Higher Health, has adopted a theory of change that through collective action, proactive prevention, and shared accountability, we can and we will make our campuses safe. We aim to advance key safety measures, including 1, establishing uniform security standards across institutions. Secondly, implementing stronger physical security through technology. 3, expanding student support, especially psychosocial care and advocacy. Building closer partnerships with police, including dedicated campus liaison officers. Setting up inclusive safety structures at every institution. And most importantly, fostering a student community of active citizens who take responsibility for one another's safety. This is about restoring trust, rebuilding communities, and ensuring that safety is woven into the fabric of our learning environment. To support this, department, through the Infrastructure and Efficiency Grant, has invested over 536 million rands in safety and security projects across 26 public universities. This program, launched in 2007-2008, addresses long-standing infrastructure challenges and includes safety as a top priority. But safety is not only about gates and guards. It is about dignity. And nowhere is this more urgent than in our fight against gender-based violence. Gender-based violence is one of South Africa's most pressing social crises. It affects all communities, all ages, and all races. It violates human rights, causes deep psychological harm, and threatens public health, economic growth, and our collective future. Its roots lie in gendered power imbalances, in toxic notions of masculinity, in cultures of silence, and in abuse of power. The brutal murders of female students in universities and TVET colleges remind us again and again of the specific vulnerability of women in these spaces. We remember their names, we honor their lives, and we vow never again. To confront this, the department developed the policy framework to address gender-based violence in the post-school education and training sector, normally known as PSET, aligned with the National Strategic Plan on Gender-Based Violence and Femicide, which is known as GPVF NSP. This framework calls for a multi-sectoral, coordinated national response to prevent violence and support those affected. In 2019, we appointed a ministerial task team to investigate and advise on sexual harassment and GPV in universities. Their report outlined challenges, especially in complaint management, and proposed clear, actionable solutions, which are community of practice, transparent and fair complaint mechanism, proper support system, infrastructure upgrades, training and advocacy, and addressing academic corruption and gendered abuse of power. We acknowledge that many survivors feel let down by institutional processes. We must and will do better. Another area of concern is private student accommodation, especially residences accredited and managed through NSFAS. We have heard the complaints, we have seen the gaps. Students' accommodation is not just a logistical concern, it is an enabler of academic success, mental health, personal growth, and ultimately social transformation. For students funded by the NSFAS, this accommodation must meet standards that reflect our commitment to dignity, safety, and equality. That is why the accreditation of student residence by NSFAS is such a critical area of focus for the department. It is through accreditation that we are able to ensure that the places where our students live are not only structurally sound, but also socially and emotionally safe. Despite the framework in place, we have identified serious and urgent challenges that undermine the intent of this system. Firstly, far too many private residences fail to meet basic safety and security standards. Students report they are being housed in buildings without proper lighting, security, or fire safety infrastructure. Many residences lack trained security personnel, and some offer no protection against the persistent threat of gender-based violence. Some landlords continue to house students despite failing accreditation inspection. Others operate entirely outside the system, exploiting students. There are serious concerns about location and transport. Students are often placed in housing far from campuses, forced to walk long distances, often at night without any form of safety, reliable transport. I want to stress on this that not only accredited residents that are housing our students, you find that there are people in their own places which is not accredited, not safe, and does not provide all necessities for our learners or our students. They house them and they charge the students directly from their pockets. In response to these challenges, the department, in collaboration with NSFAS, is implementing a series of targeted intervention aimed at strengthening the accreditation and oversight of students' residents. Some of these actions include revising and strengthening the minimum norms and standards for student housing. No residents, public or private, will be accredited unless it complies fully with our safety, quality, and accessibility criteria. Together with NSFAS and universities, we will form multi-stakeholder accommodation monitoring teams. These teams will conduct regular inspection and respond swiftly to student complaints. We are also strengthening the training of security personnel, particularly in private residences. All guards must be equipped with GBV awareness and first responder skills. Where services are outsourced, contracts must require appropriate training. We must also create a culture where safety is everyone's business, where students look out for one another, where staff model accountability, where surrounding communities are partners, not threats, and where the state provides the leadership, resources, and standards to make safety a reality. Let me say this to the students present here with absolute clarity. Your safety is non-negotiable. Your dreams are valid. Your future is priceless. We are here because you matter. And we will not rest until every student can learn, grow, and thrive free from fear. We will not allow crime or violence to derail your education. We will not allow gender-based violence to steal your dignity or silence your voice. To parents across South Africa, when you send your child to college or university, you deserve to know that they will return home with pride, not in fear. In conclusion, colleagues, the road ahead will not be easy, but South Africa has faced greater challenges before and overcome them by choosing to act together. I thank you.
Thank you so much, Babu Mchunu Makngwan. We have approached the end of our program. I know there's that part of the poster that you all looked for. What did that part of the poster say? All right. So there is an announcement that we will make on refreshments. However, an occasion as big as this involves many people putting their time and their heads together to come up with a program such as this. So it is very important masenzelwa into ukuthi sibonge. Ngicela ke sithathe leli thuba sibize uSecretary General weSRC uzobonga kuphela. I would like to call forth Mr. Tsepo Tsotetsi. Ngalo 7 days wakho leadership osele. Ngalo 7 days.
Hey, 7 days. Program Director, Constable Ngubane, as well as Dr. Lusanda Zwane, the leadership of the SAPS, the leadership of the Department of Higher Education and Training, which is DHET, the leadership and the management of UKZN, fellow students, staff members, all stakeholders, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as we bring this important event to a close, it is my privilege to extend a heartfelt vote of thanks on behalf of the University of KwaZulu-Natal. First, I would like to thank each and every one of you who attended over the past 2 days. Your presence gave real meaning to this gathering, while your contributions helped guide our discussions in the right direction. A special word of appreciation goes to the leadership and the management of the South African Police Service, which is SAPS. This initiative would not have been possible without your vision and your tireless work with our university to plan and organize this program. We are equally grateful to our students. Whether you were here in person or join us via the live streams, your participation enriched this event. The openness of your views, especially on the Q&A session that we had yesterday, brought honesty and the depth to our conversations. I also wish to acknowledge the dedication of the UKZN staff and management who worked alongside SAPS to make this event a reality. Your commitment ensured the smooth running and the success of this program. This has truly been a collective effort, and for that, we are deeply appreciative. To those who will be traveling after this event, I wish you a safe and a pleasant journey. Thank you. Sarah.
Thank you, President. Thank you, Nopala. All right. As we approach the end of our program, just some announcements. It's about the national question. So it's a very important announcement. As per yesterday, I will request that the dignitaries before us adhere to the same places where they went for their meals yesterday. For those who were not present, for SAPS senior dignitaries and the UKZN leadership, we will go back to the HR boardroom, to SAPS, to the registrar's boardroom. The SAPS provincial team will go to the Senate chamber. The SAPS head office, corporate communication and VISPO will go through to IKS. national stakeholders, to IKS. SAPS exhibitors will go through to the Senate chamber. The CPFs will go through to the Pro-Vice Chancellor's boardroom.
The students, let us just remain behind. It hasn't arrived, but it's coming.
Okay.
Let us just remain.
And then for the VVIPs of this event, you will please remain in the hall, and food and the matter of refreshments will be sorted here today. Asbilisi namhlanje marez bangani. Thank you so much for your diligence. Thank you so much for your concentration. Give yourselves a round of applause.
Can we wait for the functionary to exit? Youth desk. Can we wait for the functionaries to exit, please?